So Disney recently released a new movie called Hexed, and to be honest, it does look similar to the series The Owl House. So in this video we're going to talk about, is Disney copying and running out of ideas, or are they just getting inspiration? So recently Disney made a new movie called Hexed, and since it came out it has got a lot of hate for copying one of their older series called The Owl House. And not only that, but they have also gained some other comments saying something like, let's report every Hexed post we see, or Disney pointed at The Owl House, let me get this straight, or something like, really hit the copy paste button on The Owl House script just to give us a self version without any of the actual edge. So yeah, Disney has gotten a lot of negative feedback on this new movie that's coming out soon. So yeah, The Owl House is about this girl named Lucida, and she's just a normal girl going to a normal school in a normal world. Like, there's nothing much to say there. The only thing that's a little bit different, a little bit weird, is that Luz doesn't fit in. Like, she's a very different girl, like not like anyone else in her class, or like she knows. But suddenly one day she walks in the forest alone, or because she's sad or something, and she finds this little house, little abandoned house in the forest. And when she walks in, she immediately gets into another realm, another world, like no one has ever seen before. And now let's talk about Hexed from Disney original. So Hexed is about a girl going to a normal school in a normal world, in a human world. And just like in The Owl House, she of course doesn't fit in her school, like she's different. But suddenly one day a portal opens inside her room, and she immediately gets sucked into the portal, and she appears in a whole new world, a world like no one has ever seen before. So here's the question, is Disney running out of ideas? Because both of these series / movies look a little bit, or actually a lot, similar. If you're watching Hex, you will immediately think of The Owl House. So is Disney actually running out of ideas, or are they just getting inspirations? So Disney has been king of animation for a pretty long time, since the golden age 1937 to 1942. And since then, they have done a lot of incredible, fantastic movies. But one thing that Disney is actually very known for is for using old animation again and again. And this is not a problem, because this is just like using references, taking old things and making new things, like taking an old reference and making a new piece of it. So there isn't so much wrong about this film or this movie. But what I think is annoying about this is the reason why they chose to cancel The Owl House, because like it was actually a very great show. I was enjoying it, was different, but they chose to cancel it to make a new movie with the exact same plot that they didn't think of. But looking back at Disney old recent movies, I can some point say that they have lost some kind of their creative minds, their creative ideas, like their unique ideas. But Disney used to dominate the animation world with both 3D and 2D animation films. They have so many masterpieces, so many great movies, so many unique movies, and they have always been a big inspiration in my eyes. So when I saw the new movie Hexed, at first I thought it was actually a great movie, until I realized that the plot just appears from a series I have already been watched. So when I'm watching, I know if I'm watching this movie, all I can see is The Owl House in it, because like that was a great show and they chose to cancel it to just make a movie that almost look exact same like The Owl House. So yeah, at some point I think that Disney has actually lost their creative ideas, or like are running out of creative ideas. And that was just like the storyline. Now let's talk about the design of the characters in the movie. So as I can see from this movie, from the character in this movie, I can see that Disney has chosen to do what they have been doing with their other recent movies, to use the exact same animation again. So if we pay attention to the movies that appears right here, we can see that they all have something in common. they all look very similar. So the two movies Frozen and Hexed do have a little bit similarity to Tangled with the animation style of the characters. Such as like the round face, the small nose, and the big eyes. As you can see on these three, they all have the very same animation style. Meanwhile, the princesses back then all have like a different kind of animation, a different style, like a different unique style. They didn't look the same at all. So here we have two examples, Belle and Ariel, two iconic characters. So as we can see on these two images, we can see that at first the face feature is different, and after that we have the eyes, both eyes are different, and then we have the nose, both nose look different. And then we have another example of Mulan, and we have Jasmine. So as we can see on the face shape, they both look different. Mulan is more round, while Jasmine is more pointy. Then next we have the eyes. While Mulan is smaller, we have Jasmine which has larger eyes. And then we have the lips. The lips are also very different. And after that, at last we have nose. The nose is also different. As you can see here, everything looks different. It looks unique. Like it looks like a different style. And if you compare all these four characters together, I can tell just by looking at them that they are from their very own movie. Why? Because they all look exactly different from each other. And now let's compare that to Tangled, Frozen, and Hexed. Like we have the exact same eyes, we have the almost exact same nose, and then we have almost the exact same face shape. So in conclusion, do I think that Disney have lost their creative ideas? And the answer for me is no, they haven't. Because Disney has still proved to me that they can make some interesting movies, some incredible movies like Raya, Zootopia, and Encanto. Like these are new movies that appears in the 2020s. So yeah, Disney haven't lost their creative ideas yet. Like they have proven that they can actually make some incredible movies, some unique and interesting and awesome movies. But instead they chose to go the lazy way and use old animation that they have already been using before, instead of trying something new. Like Disney have already been shown with the older movies that they can pull off some incredible character designs. But I don't know why they don't choose to do it, but instead just using old animations that they have already been using for older movies. It is like Disney are afraid to make changes in their movie, in their style. Like someone already said, Disney showing the Elsa smirk and at least one braid into everything they do. Like they took Elsa's expression and changed it a little bit for the new character, instead of choosing to make a new unique expression for that specific character. And someone even posted this picture of SpongeBob typing on the computer, copy and paste, and the person wrote in that tweet, "Why do all Disney movies look the same now?" Question mark. And I can definitely agree with that person, and I can actually see why they would say that, because like these three characters does remind of the very same character. Someone even wrote, "It's the same face as the girl from Frozen 2," and posted this. People are beginning to wonder, is Disney just using the very same face expression like they have used in the previous characters? So let's take a closer look at this smirk right here. It's not because there's something wrong with it. The thing that's wrong with this smirk is that they have been using the very same smirk for all their previous movies. And at first it did look great, but at some point this gets too much. Like we see the exact same face in every single movie that they are doing. And it's like Disney do have some kind of same face syndrome. Or like they're just running out of creative ideas for characters. Because if I look at the art, this is an original piece of Hexed, and it's absolutely beautiful, so colorful. And I can tell that the artist is probably the person that has, or like, do have the most creative mindset in this project. The problem is not the artist, but it's more like the animators. And I can definitely see that Disney is trying to make this illustration feel more alive, but it has come to this point where watching this movie doesn't feel like a connection to us anymore, but just like more like we're watching a movie we have already been watched. And the thing is that this movie feels less personal. It feels less like it's Disney original. It just feels like another lazy project that there's already been used before. So let's go back. Has Disney lost the plot of making unique looking characters? And here's the thing, I don't think they have. And I don't think this is such a big problem of using the same animation. Like, we artists, we use the same art style all the time, and it can be hard to change something. But I can definitely tell that they have been a little bit lazy with their ideas lately. Like, there's been a lot of live action movies, there's been a lot of like say animation style, there's been a lot of like copy and pasting. So I can definitely see that Disney have had some kind of problems with being creative. But I don't think that this is like something that could cause Disney trouble. It's still an Disney original, but just gives a feeling of something we have been watching before. But I will let you guys decide, have Disney been running out of ideas or not? And I see you in the next video.